right now. Brought to you by Reliant Air Conditioning. It's time for some baseball nuggets. Now, the Rangers pitchers and catchers report today. We're going to talk more about that throughout the show, but we can go ahead and start it right here before we go across the rest of Major League Baseball. What's that excitement level? And I know usually it coincides pretty darn close with the end of football for the start of baseball. I know we're sad about football, but the start of baseball.
Kevin, I'm not sure if you have this in your notes for today, but I've already seen it, and I will be purchasing a spring training lid while we're out there.
Okay.
It's a red cap with a blue bill, and it has 26 on the side. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe
probably the year.
How many years the Rangers have been around, probably, is what I'm thinking.
That's not.
No?
I feel like you know that.
All right. And then it looks like a Christmas tree next to the tee. It just kind of, at first I was like, is that a Christmas tree? And then I went, oh, no, it's, I guess, some sort of sage. I don't know, something that grows in Arizona. And so that got me going. Like, that got me started.
In a positive way?
I'm excited,
okay.
Yes. I'm excited because new hats are always a cool deal.
Okay.
And I think, I love this question. When's time to purchase a new hat? Do you get one every year? Do you wait? Do you just get free hats?
So what I'm intrigued by is if you go to a place where they're not going to have the hats elsewhere. So like if you go to Surprise or you go to spring training, I understand the appeal of buying a new hat every time you're there because like that's the spot to get the hat. You know what I'm saying? And so I get that part.
From the 214, not excited at all. Chris Young and Ray Davis has completely ruined hope for the Rangers.
Oh, no. Well,
I don't feel the same. I feel like sad. I kind of know what to expect, and here's the deal. If these players don't perform up to the standard, like if they don't perform to that, will they say, you know what, we're trading. We're starting to sell pieces off. Now, the value won't be very high on them because that's just what it is. But will the Rangers be like, all right, we did the best we could, and we have some, we're going to move on from this, move on from that, move on from this and that. And then now we'll start the rebuild process of this all, and that could be another 2-year thing.
Right.
Yeah, no, it could be.
No, it could.
Could be longer.
Don't say maybe 3.
Could be
maybe 4. I know. Don't do that to me. We've only had one winning season in the last 9 years. But it was pretty sweet.
I'm starting to get excited. Fortunately, I have some Olympics going on right now, but I'm starting to get excited about baseball.
Okay.
But I will be excited that first day, Kevin, that you and I are walking up and you say, I have to take a picture of the sign.
I like that sign.
And then we'll walk in and we'll start hearing the clickety-clack sounds.
Yeah.
Like that's when I'll be like, all right. And then it'll ramp up to opening day. Like, it'll just be like, as soon as opening, we're going to be out there for opening day, I'm hoping, and we'll get this thing rocking. So I'm excited.
All right. Are you excited at all for the new Mets outfield of Jorge Polanco and Bo Bichette? Now, I know there's more that goes into an infield than just that, but having them kind of man the corners as we go across the rest of baseball.
We've kind of seen how the Mets go, so good luck to them, no matter what money they spend.
Okay.
It just kind of, I always go back to Jerry Seinfeld talking about becoming a Mets fan. And he said he was at a Yankees game and he was like, well, I get it. And then he went to a Mets game and he saw the big baseball, Mr. Baseball head, Mr. Met.
Mr. Met.
Obviously, Miss Met wasn't around yet because if he'd have seen that, he'd be like, now I'm really But he said he saw Mr. Met and he saw them, take out on the field. And he was like, these are my people. Like, this fits me, my whole sense of everything. I just feel like they are, yes, good luck to them with all that. They should have better bats up there.
Okay.
This year.
I wonder if that's the same direction you're going to go with this next one. The new Japanese stars adjusting to Major League Baseball, including Murakami, who signed a 2-year, $34 million deal, the Japanese Babe Ruth, or the next incarnation of it. But he signed it with the White Sox. So I feel like if you're going to say that about the Mets, I'm going to guess that you might not be super stoked for the White Sox.
I'm interested to see what he can do. That's not a stadium that I love for home runs.
Or just in general.
Yeah, or in general at all. But I'm very interested in what he can do for sure, because it's always exciting to go, is that person really going to be everything we heard about being, from over there? And Shohei has changed my perception on, oh, wow, that dude really was everything that he was supposed to be. Darvish was really good.
He was.
I think he may have gotten a little overhyped, but he was exceptional. He needed to hone a few things. Yeah, man, when it comes to players coming from somewhere they've never competed with this same style of group, I get definitely interested.
How much are you going to keep an eye on the status of Tarek Skubal, and will he stay with the Detroit Tigers throughout the year?
Are you a person who, like, if it's not my team, I don't care?
Not if it's somebody as good as that. Like with Skubal, I'm pretty locked in because he's amazing.
He's never going to be a Ranger.
Oh, for sure.
You agree?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Chris Young,
100%, I agree with
Chris
that.
Young might covet him.
Yeah.
And you know what, though? Dude, we got DeGrom. I know, like, all the things, but he was at one point the best pitcher ever, and I was like, we'll never have DeGrom.
Right.
So maybe, I don't know, but I feel like we'll never have Skubal. So, but
at this particular moment, I am inclined to agree.
But
he's
like I've said many times, he's not a dude that just goes out there and pitches and leaves the mound. He goes out there and puts on a spectacular show, and he invites people to come recognize that this Sunday you better be on the dial to watch what I'm about to do. So yeah, I'll follow that whatever that dude's doing. It's kind of like I told you, Scherzer and DeGrom, for the most part, I miss their careers.
Right.
And I'm kind of upset about that. Now there are certain players where I'm like, I'm going to start tracking what they do.
And you've been in on Skubal.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Will teams approach the ABS any different in spring training, because it's going to make his regular season debut on opening day this year? But I think last year, one of the benefits we had of being at spring training is we got to see how ruthlessly efficient the ABS is. Do you think any teams will take it more seriously now? Not to say that they didn't before, but a little bit more serious now, knowing that, like, hey, this is about to be a thing that we're all going to have to live with.
So, explain, we're not completely umpire free.
No. Look, the umpires are still going to be there. This is going to be for the challenge system. So they're going to keep the challenge system like they did last year. So yeah, no, human umpires aren't going away. I'm not saying that's never going to happen, but for now, they're still there.
I think managers, they don't love it because they know they can some of them can politic to get the umpires to sway a certain way. But with this system, Bochy was like, I'm a fan of getting it right.
Yes. And he really was.
Yeah, and I liked, again, the efficiency was the most important thing.
Yep.
This is already a long game. You guys have shortened it by giving us ready baseball. Now you're going to say you're going to have it's only going to take maybe 15 seconds. All right, if we're going to get the calls right, let's do it the right way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Now, I'm just going to throw...
I don't know if they're going to... I have no clue how to adjust or take advantage of the system yet. Maybe some managers... That's something I want to ask Skip. I'm jotting that note down. Hey, is there a way to take advantage of the ABS, or is it just like, no, Minority Report?
You know what I really hope his answer is? Oh, there is. I would prefer not to mention it right now. I would love that.
Same.
All right, so... Since pitchers and catchers for the Rangers are reporting today, let's go ahead and throw this out there. MLB.com has their projected lineups and rotations for all of the teams. Here's what they put for the Rangers. Now, obviously, spring training will help dictate some of this in terms of performance and, unfortunately, maybe injuries as well. For the Rangers, this is interesting. Brandon Nimmo, leadoff. Then Wyatt Langford, Corey Seager, Jake Berger at 4, Jock Peterson, Josh Young, Josh Smith at 7. Obviously, a lot to be determined with second base. Danny Jansen, Kyle Higashioka at 8. They will split time, one would assume. And Evan Carter at 9. Is there anything there today that you want to stop in and talk about? And then if not, I'll give you the rotation.
At the moment, No.
Okay.
I'd love to see Evan Carter one day move up into the 1 slot.
Sure. That's going to be, can you hit left-handed pitching worth a darn, right?
Yeah, and be healthy.
And then for the rotation, again, barring injury, I think we're all pretty set on these first 4. Jacob deGrom, Nathan Eovaldi, Mackenzie Gore, Jack Leiter, and then MLB.com has Kamar Rocker at number 5. I think Latz has the inside track right now, but I know there are plenty of people who think it's Rocker. So again, we'll see how it goes, but it feels like a Rocker-Latz battle, theoretically, for the number 5 spot, as everybody reports today.
Yeah, somebody, I brought up our young core the other day, and I said Wyatt Langford and Jack Leiter, and somebody was like, why did you leave out Rocker and Evan Carter? Have we already given up on it? I was like, no, those were 2 I named.
Right.
But no, I haven't given up on these guys. Rocker, he just had his first year. I'm excited for year 2. I hope he takes the next step. Like the first step was going out there and showing you belonged. There were times when he looked like he belonged and he could be something special.
Sure.
There were other times he got rocked. So we're looking forward to that. And with Evan Carter, like we just said, left-handed pitching and staying healthy.